I'm Michelle from Legal Suite, and this is the address book using the document log part 1, dragging and dropping items into the document log. Now, you will notice that there is a document log on the matter screen, but in this webinar, we are going to look at the document log in the address book. So clicking on the ID cards, I now access the address book. Now, it's very handy to use the document log feature in the address book for your various parties. For example, for FICA documentation. So in terms of the FICA Act, attorneys are financial services providers, so you are obliged to keep your clients in FICA compliance at all times. So once you've FICA'd your client, you've obtained a copy of their ID, their proof of residence, tax details, and so on and so forth. You can copy these documents and drag and drop them onto the party's profile so that going forward, if you do work for this client again, you have the documents saved on their profile. Right, so I am going to use an existing party, so I'm just going to scroll down to my party McConnell, and I'm going to access the document log on the little yellow folder icon, and the heading of the screen will tell me that I'm in the document log for my party, Michelle McConnell. Right, so what you need to do is now find where you've saved your documents. You would need to have scanned your documents and save them into a specific place from which we are going to drag and drop. Now, these documents can be dragged and dropped from absolutely anywhere, either on your local machine or on the server, or from a cloud-based storage facility, or pretty much from anywhere. Right, so once we've got the document log open, we now need to open our Windows File Explorer. So you can either click on your little icon at the bottom. Alternatively, you can right-click on your Start button and open File Explorer. Okay, now I have created a folder into which I put the documents for this particular party, so I will go to that little folder. Now, in here, I've put a Word document, an Excel spreadsheet, a photograph, a scan in the form of a PDF, and a small video file, just to show you the various options. Now, please note that if you can open the item outside of Legal Suite, you can open it from within Legal Suite. So as long as you have Word or Excel or Adobe Reader, you can open the items from within the program. Right, so here is a Word document. I simply highlight it, hold down my left mouse, and drag and drop it into the body of the document log. Now, note the little plus sign underneath the mouse pointer. I can let go my mouse button and the importing a document screen will appear. It will set out the date on which you imported it, which will default to your computer's current date, the description of the document as it's called in its original destination, and you can rename it here. It will tell you the number of pages the document comprises, and it will give you the new destination to which a copy of the document has been placed. So the document will remain in its original destination, and Legal Suite will make its own copy of the document. Now, at category, you can categorize your documents. So if you'd like to call it FICA documents or ID documents or anything from the list. Now, just a quick note here, any drop-down list in Legal Suite next to which an ellipse button appears means that you can add to this list. So if you need a particular category that's not on the list, you can simply click on the ellipse button, yellow screen, yellow insert, and insert a new category, which you can then select. So for the purposes of this, I am going to select FICA documents. The direction, incoming versus outgoing, the radio button automatically defaults to incoming, which means the document has been brought into Legal Suite from an outside source as opposed to being generated by the program itself. And you can then make a file note and a reminder if you wish. And if I click on OK, the document is now added to the document log for this particular party. Now, this is a Word document. If I elect to open it, I simply click on the little view icon, and the document will open in whatever platform it was created. So this is a Word document. It will open in MS Word, and that is my email signature. Okay, so just a few more examples here. I'm going to grab and let's just close those, an Excel spreadsheet, and I'm going to grab that and drag and drop it. and I will categorize this as a XML. I'm going to also grab a photograph, and I'm going to pop that in, and I'm going to categorize it as a photograph. And if you look on the left-hand side of the screen, you will notice that as I add documents to categories, those categories will appear. Right, so let's just quickly do the last two. This is a PDF scan. So I can call that scan or PDF. And my final one is a short video file, which I'm going to grab and also drop. Okay, and I'm going to categorize that as a video file. Right, so we've already had a look at the Word document. Let's have a look at the spreadsheet. So there was my Word document. Here is my Excel spreadsheet. And if I click on the little view button, it will open in Excel because it is a spreadsheet. Okay, let's have a look at the photograph. I have Windows Media Player as my default viewer. So the photograph in question will open in my media player. Right, and if we have a look at the scan, I have Adobe as my PDF viewer. There you can see the document is opened in Adobe. And finally, the video file. Now, this is another little webinar, and I have just brought this in to show you the video opening up. You heard it playing in the background. Right, so as I mentioned before, you can bring anything into the document log by simply dragging and dropping it. Emails are dealt with separately from your Outlook, and please do have a look at our webinar on how to import emails into Legal Suite using the Outlook